while since I've done one of these from the car, and there's several topics that I'm going to cover in this one. So you know what that means.
Hold on to your butt.
Time to nuke this from orbit. So today was the Yojo June reveals of all these new figures and pre-orders and renders and whatnot, and that's totally cool. It's widely known that I am not a collector of classified series. Nothing wrong with that. It's just not my thing. I never fault it for being someone else's thing, but it's not my thing. And I had been seeing a lot of people posting this news and this scoop and this, basically, you know, their opinions or theories, but people were saying, oh yeah, because of the description, it's likely that the Cobra Commander retro figure is going to be Hooded Cobra Commander. And I kept saying, it's not going to be Hooded Cobra Commander. Come on. It's just not. But what response do I get? Well, you don't collect this line, so what do you know?
What the f*** did I just hear?
Really? I don't collect this line, so what do I know? You know what I do know? G.I. Joe. I know G.I. Joe. I have dealt a lot with how Hasbro treats G.I. Joe, how they've treated G.I. Joe historically, going all the way back to the mid-'60s. I understand how they think about Joe. I've discussed at length what happened with Hooded Cobra Commander, Lorenzo DiBonaventura, how he convinced people it was a different kind of hood. And a lot of people want to say, well, that didn't happen. Well, unless Hasbro says something about it, blah, 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 blah. That's not the point. That's not the point at all. Yeah, I don't collect classified. So what? I don't commit felonies, but I definitely have opinions on felons. I don't smoke crack, but I got some pretty strong opinions about the fact that I don't want to ever smoke crack. So to say that I don't collect this line, so what do I know, or I shouldn't have an opinion on it, get fucked. That's just dumb. It's dumb. It's some kind of stupid gatekeeping, you know, just for the sake of just trying to shut someone up. And that's kind of why I don't like the word community, because the word community kind of means that, you know, there's like some kind of barrier to entry. And that's the kind of community that I don't have time for. I will say that you're starting to see the cracks in regard to Hasbro had a vision for what they wanted classified series to be. We saw that with Wave 1 and Wave 2, Roadblock with the hair straightener, you know, and then the Nerf guns and all that stuff, the, you know, asymmetrical, weird armor and whatnot. And I don't care if you liked it or not. Again, not the point. But because people wanted 1/12 scale versions of the exact character designs from a real American hero, then you start to see that when a company feeds into those exact kind of specific wants and demands from customers, rather than coming up with a visual language, a design for your, you know, your new line or whatever, whereas you're just like, okay. Yeah, you want to make the customers happy, but at some point you're just chasing your own tail, because I saw the Alpine figure. Kind of looks like Carlton. Yeah, kind of looks like Carlton Banks to me. And what was everyone saying? He doesn't have the clear lens goggles. Oh, Alpine doesn't have original version 1 Alpine's goggles. It's garbage. It's got to be garbage now. It's not garbage. I mean, some people like it, I'm sure, but a lot of people on social media were poo-pooing that he doesn't have those version 1 Alpine goggles. That's what happens when you feed into all this like super nostalgia that customers want it just the way that it was. And one more thing about someone trying to say, well, you don't collect this line, so you shouldn't have an opinion on it. I know a lot of people that have opinions on GoBots. who are Transformers collectors who don't like GoBots. That's fine. I know a lot of people who collect G.I. Joe, but maybe don't necessarily care for that Dino Hunter set, with the squeaky toy dinosaur. And that's fine. But for some reason, again, G.I. Joe Classified has to be some sort of like protected class of dolly where you can't say something about it. Well, you don't collect this line, so how do you know that it's not a Hooded Cobra Commander? Because I'm not freaking stupid. Because I've been into G.I. Joe for decades and decades and decades, and I've followed this stuff for so long. It's not going to be a Hooded Cobra Commander. That's it. I don't have to collect the line to know a thing or two about a thing or two, if you know what I'm saying. Anyway, moving on from that. Everyone's favorite aggregate channel who likes to strike down people with false copyright claims on Instagram when they call him out for his bullshit. Well, in his clearing the air video, apparently he's right back into his, self-congratulatory soapboxing, where now he decided to take a shot at what he calls 2-hour chat dude bros. So 2-hour chat dude bros being those of us who do live streams. Ryan and I had been going on other live streams talking about what went on with Mr. Aggregate, Pampers Peninsula, and how he and I both had our personal Instagrams struck down by, everyone's favorite family-friendly G.I. Joe YouTuber, bleh, and Chaz the Guru, and then Ryan's official 3POA Instagram channel. Well, that got struck down too. But so now those of us who enjoy live streams with, just sitting around with people in real time, talking about dollies, talking about our shelfies, things that we like, just whatever we want to discuss, because when it's live, you never know what's going to happen, and it's fun, it's engaging. But 2-hour chat dude bros. And he also took a swipe at people who make shorts, because there's a couple of channels who have been making some scathing shorts about that guy. And, he doesn't like it. Whatever. Moving on. This is a big one, and I wanted to make a dedicated video just to this next little topic that kind of pisses me off. Attacking people's military service. Starting to see that more and more in the toy collecting social media space. And I gotta say, not only is this something that's near and dear to me, and I'm biased about it because, I just retired from 22 years of honorable military service in the United States Army Infantry. Yeah, I did. But, pause for dramatic effect, I don't care if people out there don't like Tony from Analog Toys. I don't care if you don't think that, he's the warmest, most inviting guy, and he says stuff that's not nice. So what? Don't watch his shit. I love the guy. I don't care. If you don't like him, don't watch his stuff. But what you shouldn't fucking do is you should never assault someone's military service. Especially if your ass didn't serve. If you didn't sign on the line and you didn't put your feet in those yellow foot outlines when you show up to basic training, if you don't know what it's like to put your life on the line for someone to your left or your right, or have to tell these 19, 20-year-old kids that they have to go do something horrible in defense of their nation, in defense of their brothers and sisters in arms, if you've never had that sacrifice in your life, if you don't know what selfless service feels or looks like, shut the fuck up. All there is to it. Real plain and simple. If you have never done anything selfless, if you have never put yourself in harm's way for someone else, I don't care. I don't care what you like, what you don't like, what you collect. That's fucking low. calling people mercenaries. Why don't we just go back to the days of spitting on service members and calling them baby killers? Just because they're YouTubers and you don't like them? You don't even know them. I will guarantee you don't even know these people, me included, on a personal level. If you start attacking someone's military service, I'll let you in on a little secret. There are more people in the toy collecting space on social media who are veterans than you think. And all you're doing is you're showing your ass. So maybe fucking dial that down.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Because that's that bullshit. Other than that, I just have to say that lately there's been some stuff going on in my personal life related to a family member. And I'm not going to get into too many details about it, but what I will say is that unfortunately, a higher power, God, the universe, karma, whatever, had to remind me that I need to take inventory of what is important in my life. And what is not important in my life are the people who want to say, well, you don't collect this line, so what do you know? Or you don't collect this line, so you shouldn't have an opinion. Or some asshole up in Canada who wants to, take pathetic half-ass shots at, toy YouTubers who do live streams and, try to insult us by calling us 2-hour chat dude bros. Which, that's just going to bite you in the ass anyway. Or attacking my military service. Do I think it's low? Yeah. And does it take away from my decades of military service just because somebody doesn't like what I say about a toy and that's the only way that they can come up with trying to insult me? And I don't even know why you're insulting people over fucking plastic dollies in the first place. None of that stuff is important to me. It's just not. I've been in a bit of a funk. Yeah, I've been in a bit of a funk. Just trying to process stuff and take it in, and the loss of loved ones and what is important, who is around you in your life. There are a lot of good people around me in my life, even in the social media space. I always like to say that I don't have collectors who are friends. I have friends who happen to collect toys. To me, there's a big difference in that. And I can sit here and rant about it in my car, but as soon as this door shuts when I get out of here, I'm done with it. Maybe that's part of why I started doing car rants, is I can get it out and I can leave it in the vehicle, and then when I go inside my house, I'm good. But it's kind of one of those things where do unto others as you would have done unto you. And it's all, at the end of the day, it's supposed to be a hobby, it's supposed to be fun, it's supposed to be for the love of whatever. For whatever reason why you do what you do, as long as you got a reason for it, I don't care what you like. Like what you like, I like what I like. I don't care if you don't like GoBots, I do. I don't care if you like the fact that I said they're not doing Hooded Cobra Commander. I don't care who says what. It still didn't change the fact they didn't do it. So, anyway, gonna leave it at that. Have an awesome day. Oh, speaking of a certain someone striking down my Instagram.
You are made of stupid.
Well, I started a new Instagram, and you can find it at its.chad_YouTube right there. So if you want to follow me on Instagram again, I'm back, baby. So leave a comment below. Let's talk some Joe. Keep your loved ones close and always appreciate the good things in your life. Fuck everything else and have an awesome day.